Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome warmly Honorable Minister Beatrice Atim Anwar.
All of us, it's a happy day, and we need to be happy, though very much gender imbalance. Your Excellency, Dr. Engineer Haptam Itafa, my brother, my host, the Minister of Water and Energy of the Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, we're proud of you. My brother, His Excellency, Honorable James Mawich Makwach, the National Minister of Water Resource and Irrigation in South Sudan. We are not far from each other. Your Excellency, the ministers present, the members of parliament of our host country, the ED of the Nile Basin initiative present, and the biggest host is the mayor of this beautiful city of Bishop, Mayor Asaf. Thank you for hosting us. I think you needed another clap. Our media fraternity, all the invited guests, development partners, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to say in my language because it also originates from here. Thank you very much. Allow me to convey the warm greetings from my President, His Excellency General Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and the President-elect, and to express my sincere appreciation to the government of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the land of origins, where my ancestors come from, for the invitation to participate in this important conference. I also wish to thank the government and the people of Ethiopia for the warm hospitality extended to me and my whole delegation. We are felt at home. Asante sana. I commend Ethiopia for conveying this dialogue under the theme diplomacy and regional cooperation for sustainable water and energy development and management. This theme is both timely and strategic, not only for the Nile Basin countries, from which most of the colleagues here hail from, but for all the shared water systems across Africa. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, across the globe, more than 3 billion people depend on transboundary water resources, and over 310 shared river basins and aquifer across the national boundaries in Africa. And in Africa alone, over 60 transboundary river basins cover significant portion of the continent and sustain the livelihoods of millions of people. The Nile Basin, which is the focus of our deliberations today, supports over 300 million people across 11 countries. However, it is the population and its population and indeed that of Africa at large are growing at unprecedented rates. The growth is placing pressure on the limited water sources as we strive to meet expanding demands for food production, energy generation, industrialization, expansion, and the domestic use versus the protection of our environment and the watersheds. These challenges is further compounded by the effect of climate change, which is altering the rainfall patterns, increasing the frequency of droughts and floods, and introducing greater uncertainty into the water availability. These dynamics increase the urgency for enhanced hydro diplomacy as the risk of competition over shared resources grows. It is therefore evident, ladies and gentlemen, that if we are to avoid conflict and instead achieve shared prosperity, we must deepen cooperation, strengthen trust among ourselves, and adopt coordinated and forward-looking approaches to managing the shared water resources. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we meet at a defining moment for the Nile Basin. On the 13th October 2024, the Cooperative Framework Agreement, the CFA, entered into force, marking a historic milestone in the journey towards a permanent institutional framework for the basin. Uganda is honored to serve as the interim chair for the operationalization of the Nile Basin Commission, which is being established pursuant to the CFA. This is a major responsibility, one that Uganda approaches with a very strong will and commitment to ensure balanced and collective progress. The operationalization of the Commission represents an important step towards structured, rule-based cooperation in the basin. We need the support and the cooperation of everybody. At the same time, Uganda has been serving as the chair of the special committee comprising of Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan, tasked with engaging sister countries that have not yet ratified the CFA. In this dual role, and given the opportunity to continue, Uganda is uniquely positioned to support both advancement of the new institutional framework and the preservation of the basin cohesion. Ladies and gentlemen, we firmly believe that these two objectives must go hand in hand. The operationalization of the Nile River Basin Commission should proceed in a manner that remains open and repossessive to the concerns of all the basin states. At the same time, continued engagement with the non-ratifying countries is essential to building confidence and promoting a shared sense of ownership over the future of our basin. The principle underpinning the CFA, that is equitable and reasonable utilization, cooperation, and the obligation not to cause significant harm, are universal principles that resonate across all transboundary water systems. They provide a solid foundation for cooperation and are aligned with the interests of all the 9 basin countries. Your Excellencies, hydro diplomacy must now evolve from dialogue to implementation. Shall not continue talking and no action. We must strengthen data and information sharing, promote joint investment in the water infrastructure, enhance basin-wide planning, build resilience to climate vulnerability, and change and share benefits accruing from the shared water resources, such as regional power trade. We must also leverage our shared waters as a catalyst for regional integration, economic transformation, and peace. We need peace to enjoy it. We are seeing it elsewhere. We don't need it here. It is also requires us to look beyond individual basins and embrace broader perspective of shared water governance across Africa, where lessons, experiences, and innovations can be exchanged for mutual benefits. Uganda remains committed to working with all the 9 basin countries and partners to advance an inclusive, cooperative, and sustainable framework for managing our shared water resources. As interim chair of the Nile River Basin Commission operationalization process, and as a chair of the special committee, we stand ready to continue engaging all stakeholders in a spirit of mutual respect and shared responsibility. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, water connects us beyond borders, and it links our economies, our ecosystems, and our future. It binds us together. The decisions we take today, therefore, will shape the future of not only the Nile Basin, but also set a precedent for cooperation across Africa's shared water systems. We need to lead by example. We need people to come and learn from us. How are we doing it? We need to be the champions. Let us therefore seize this moment to intensify hydro diplomacy and build a future defined not only by competition, but by shared prosperity. With these remarks, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your attention, and I want to wish you all a fruitful deliberation for God and my country.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Beatrice Atim Anwar, State Minister of Ministry of Water and Environment of Uganda. And in your language, allow me to say, Webale nyo twena nziza. It's a secret between the two of us. Okay.